Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. I'm back with another video. I noticed that I have some new subscribers on my channel. Welcome to the family. My name is Edith Moloko. I'm an international student in the United States. I film about my life, living here. I also give some tips, on processes that will make you come here if you're interested to school in the United States as a graduate student. And I think I have some videos about undergraduate studies, so just watch all my videos, scroll down, scroll up, scroll a little bit down and watch all my videos. So welcome to the family, and for the oldies, thank you for always watching my video. So I'm here with another video, and I discovered I've made so much videos on F1 visa interview, the questions to expect, and tips on how to get your visa approved. I've made those videos, so in case you've not watched it, just scroll down and watch those videos. So today this video will be all about documents to take along with you when going for your visa interview. Most times when you're preparing for your visa, you don't want to miss one or two documents. You want to gather your documents so that on that day you'll not be confused, and your whole emotion will be all over the place, and you won't want that. And I remember during my own time when I was preparing for my visa interview, I was like researching documents to take with me because I would not want to forget anything. So I'm here right now to help those that are currently preparing to go for their visa interview. So I'll be sharing with you guys documents to take along with you when going for your visa interview. So with me over here, I have a piece of paper because I will not want to miss out on any information. So whatever that is required of you to take along with you for your visa interview is right here. So if you're a student and you're planning, studying, practicing, standing in front of your mirror, or maybe telling your sibling to act like your VO, whereby your sibling will ask you a question and you respond back. Because I know during my time, that was what I did. My sister was busy asking me questions and I was busy answering like actually in the real interview. So I know most of you will be practicing by now, because this is the time most people are applying for their visa, if I'm not mistaken, because it was around this time that I was busy practicing for my F4 visa questions and looking out for questions to expect, and getting the right answers and how to answer them. So let's get right into the video on the documents to take with you. It's important that you keep these documents with you. You know what I mean? Keep them with you. 2 or a day before your visa interview, get a file. This file that people normally put their documents in it. So get that file, put all your documents in it so that you will not end up forgetting anyone at home. So number one thing I have with me is your signed I-20. To be specific, signed I-20. It must be a signed I-20. If you've been pursuing the process of coming to the United States, you should know what an I-20 is by now, where they write all your funding, like fundings that is available to you, or if you don't have any funding, how much you're to pay, your cost of education and all that, cost of living, everything is on your I-20. So it's generally an estimate of what you should have in your account, or how much fund the school is giving you, and also your expected day of graduation and when you're starting, when you're resuming the program. So that's what is on your I-20. The second thing on my list is your interview appointment letter. After you must have booked for your interview, you should print out your appointment letter from the site where you booked for your interview. So this is the second thing you're supposed to have with you. Then the third thing I have on my list is your service fee receipt. Every international student is required to pay this money. You cannot skip it. You cannot escape paying this money. You have to pay the money. It's called service fee. And one thing about service fee I want to add in this video is that service fee cannot be paid in Nigeria. You have to look for someone in the United States to pay that money for you. It can be paid in Nigeria. You have to pay in dollars through Western Union. I don't know if they have other means of paying the service fee, but I know it must be paid in the United States. So you probably have to look for someone in the United States to help you make that payment. The third thing on my list is your DS-160 confirmation page, the page with your passport photograph showing on it. Make sure your passport photograph is showing on that page. So it's called your DS-160 confirmation page. Like I said, if you've been following this process, you should know what a DS-160 form is by now. Yeah, a DS-160 form, you should know what it is by now. You know those things that you fill from the DS-160 form. That's where you probably get most of the questions, because it's from what you filled in your DS-160 that you should be expecting questions from. Because if you make mistakes in your DS-160, it's going to be a problem. So make sure you fill the right thing in your DS-160, because that's where probably most of your questions will be coming from. The fifth thing on my list is your international passport. I mean, how can you start this process without even having an international passport? That should be your number one thing to have, right? So your international passport is something you should also take along with you, and make sure that your international passport is not about to expire. Make sure that your passport is not less than 6 months to expiring dates before going for your interview. If it's going to be less than 6 months to expiring dates, make sure you get a new one and take the old one and the new one together for your visa interview. The sixth thing on my list is your bank statement of your sponsor, especially if you don't have funding. If you don't have full funding, let me be specific, full funding, you're expected to come with your proof of funds, like, you know, to show that you'll be able to pay for your school fees. You should come with proof of funds of at least 6 months. Yeah, 6 months proof of funds. So make sure you come with a bank statement of your sponsor, whoever is sponsoring your education, your uncle, auntie, mom, dad, you know, whoever that is sponsoring your education. Come with the person's bank statement. So the seventh thing on my list is your admission letter. So you will probably want to print out your admission letter and, you know, come along with it. The eighth thing I have on my list is your visa fee receipt. Visa fee receipt, you normally pay it, I'm talking about Nigeria now, you normally pay it with GT Bank. Yeah, GT Bank. So GT Bank, as of when I was in Nigeria, that was the bank that was made available for visa fee payment. I don't know if it has changed now or it's still the same, but I know that it's GT Bank that is the only bank that you can pay for your visa interview. And as of then, it was around 60 something thousand naira. Yeah, I don't know if it must have changed now, I don't know, but it was around 60 something thousand naira. So the receipt that they gave you in the bank, make sure you also come with it, you know, to avoid missing out on anything. Then another thing you should come along with you is your passport photograph. Note that a passport photograph, the one you're supposed to come with, is totally different from the normal passport photograph you've been taking. Okay, so this one is normally 2 by 2 inches. So I would advise you to go to a professional photographer or someone that actually knows what visa passport is all about, because the size for the visa passport is totally different from the normal ones you take. So I will advise you to meet a professional photographer. They will know the particular one that is required for visa interview, which is 2 by 2 inches. And I don't know if it's red or white background, but during my time I opted for a white background. So you can find out about that, whether red, white background, but make sure that the passport size is 2 by 2 inches. In this video, I kind of divided the documents into 2 sections. The first documents I mentioned are things that you must take along with you. A must. You must take along with you. Now, what I'm going to mention now are supporting documents. And when I say supporting documents are documents to show based on the answers you're giving the VO, right? To support the claim that you're giving. Yeah, so to support that claim you're giving the VO or whatever thing you're saying, I will tell you to go with supporting documents. And the supporting documents I have on my list are things like your GRE Score Sheets. Yeah, there might be a situation whereby somehow the VO will ask you, did you take the GRE? Then one thing will lead to another. Then she'll ask you, what was your score? Then you tell her. Then she'll say, can I see it? You know, stuff like that. You don't want to be caught off guard, so you want to take a copy of your GRE Score Sheet with you. Second thing for the supporting documents is your WAEC results. You know, one thing might lead to another, and they might also ask you, did you take WAEC? Did you go to which secondary school did you finish from? You know, stuff like that. So you should have your WAEC results with you. These things are just supporting documents to support whatever you're going to be saying on that day. And the third thing on my list for the supporting documents is your school certificate. In fact, I should have included this to the important documents you're supposed to go with you. School certificate, that is very important. Make sure you go with your school certificate. Another thing you should take along with you is a job letter offer or an ID card. Job letter offer in the sense that maybe you're going to tell the VO that your company is sponsoring you for this education and there's this particular post that is waiting for you when you're done with your studies, you know. So they want a letter to prove this, to prove that you're actually coming back for that job position and you have this job position waiting for you. The company should be able to write a letter to show that there's an agreement between you and the company about taking a position when you're done with the studies, you know, and the company sponsoring you for the studies and all that. Then most times they also ask some people, are you working, you know, stuff like that. So I would advise you to also take your work ID card with you, you know, wherever you're working. Make sure you have an ID card that shows that, oh, you're working in this company, and you know, just to show that you're being truthful about whatever you're saying, and so that you will not be caught off guard. You know, when you hold all these things with you, I believe it's going to make you appear more confident and answer confidently as well. And another thing you should go along with you is your NYC certificate, in case they ask you, have you served, or one thing led to another and you told them that you've served. So just go with it, you know, to avoid stories. So another thing you should take along with you is your transcripts, in case they ask you what's your CGPA, and maybe your CGPA is so wow, let's say 5/5 or 4.9/5 or 3.95/4 or 3.98/4. Then the viewer will be like, wow, that's so high. Do you have your transcript with you? You know. So make sure you go with your transcript, okay? Very important. Another thing I would advise you to go with also is your birth certificate. So make sure you take your birth certificate with you. So make sure you take all these things from whatever I've listed here. They're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them. So make sure you have these 16 documents in your file. You know what they call that thing that you normally put your document. Make sure you have them in it. Then for the passport photograph, I use 2. Yeah, 2. But if you want to snap more, you can, you know, snap more, but I just made use of 2, right? So I hope this information will be helpful to someone preparing for their visa interview, and to make you not to forget something at home. Then you will not have to take a ride back home, you know, your whole day will just be scattered. So that's why I say, let me just make this video, since I've already made some videos about visa interview, right? So this video is going to help someone. I believe so. It should help someone that is currently planning to go for their visa interview, and I wish such person success. You know, go and grab that visa, you know, grab that visa with full confidence. Don't be scared though. In fact, don't be scared, just walk in like you already have it in hand. You know what works for this visa interview is just being confident and practicing. Practice. Stand in front of the mirror, talk to the mirror as if you're talking to a VO. Tell your sibling to act like the VO. She should ask you question, he or she should ask you question, then you answer. Keep practicing. Call people, tell them that you want to practice for your interview, and by the time you know it, your confidence will keep building up till on that day you just go and pick up your, you know, visa. What else? So guys, I hope this video helps someone, and that'll be the end of this video, and I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, okay, with your loved ones. If you know anyone that is planning on going for their visa interview, kindly share this video with them to help them out. So guys, I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. Bye.